Hello, dear friends. Today I'm going to talk about the wonderful poem written by Henry Derozio named To India, My Native Land. Henry Louis Derozio was a Eurasian poet, rationalist thinker, and teacher. He was born in Kolkata. He was a teacher, a scholar, a poet, and an academician. Though Derozio had very little of Indian blood in him, his upbringing in India greatly inspired in him Indian themes and sentiments. So Derozio is generally regarded as the first Indian to write in English. Derozio's poetic vocation was very brief, stretching forth maybe for about 6 years. Derozio, who held great promise, a poet, died at the age of 23. His poems demonstrate his eager desire to inspire the young Indians to struggle and strive for India's independence from the clutches of British imperialism. Coming to the analysis, it's a typical Derosian poem in its theme and style. The poet laments the degradation, the devaluation of India because of her slavery to the British and seeks to regain India's lost glory and reverence. The poem begins with a grief-stricken utterance, "My country." This reverberates throughout the poem. The poet, with a heart brimming with sorrow, grieves over the lamentable, nightmaric scenario of present India. India is trodden under the British. The profound patriotic fervor of the poet finds expression in this passionate address. In thy days of glory, in the past when India was full of glory. So in the past, India had a rich cultural, spiritual, literary attribute to itself. She was full of glory, was admired, was revered all over. So the poet now exclaims rhetorically, where is that glory? Where is that reverence that India enjoyed in the past? It is not evident now. The eagle pinion is chained at last. So eagle is a royal bird and pinion means wings. So the poet metaphorically compares India at present to an eagle, which is chained and hence cannot fly. The contrast of India at present to the India in the past is very clearly shown. So in the past, India was like an eagle, regally soaring high in the sky. But at present, she has been demeaned, subjugated to a condition of a chained eagle, which is unable to fly, but instead crawls piteously on the lowly rubble. The next line, the poet says, thy minstrels have no wreath to weave for thee. So the writing of a poem is compared using a concealed metaphor to the weaving of a wreath. In the past, the poets used to compose and sing songs of praise, glorifying the greatness of India. Now the poets can no longer write these eulogies since India is in a miserable state, having lost its glorious divine status. Another important line where the poet talks about is save the sad story of their misery. The poets cannot glorify India in their poems, but they can only write poems on the tragic tale of India's present misery under the British colonialism. So in the octet of the sonnet, Derozio laments the loss of glory and the reverence of his beloved country, India. So the poet comes to a decision. He offers his selfless labor to his prized country and attempts to salvage her from the abject abyss of ruination. By this means, Derozio hopes to introduce to the present and the future generation the dignified status and magnificent grandeur that his country once enjoyed. So though India is at present in a wretched state, she still retains a few remnants of her past nobility and sublime nature. The poet compares India to a shipwreck. Just as a diver plunges into the depths of the sea in search of the wrecked ship for the valuable treasures. The poet wishes to be the diver who will plunge in and retrieve the valuable treasures, the treasures of India's past glory. The line, "My fallen country," talks about the poet's selfless patriotic feelings, where he asserts that he expects no worldly rewards for his efforts to regain the glory of his country. He wishes to have only the loving blessing of his mother country. So the poet is successful in his approach to create patriotic feelings. Thank you.